Hello everyone, this is Dr. Ariella coming to you live, sorta. Um, Wanted to share with you some tips, pointers, information, review on the weekly discussions and current events. The weekly discussions and current events, the weeks that you post something in the forums, you'll find the schedule and the information about those in the syllabus. The weeks that you post discussion, questions, and answers. I consider this to be the most important component of the course because this is where you actually critique, analyze, discuss, think about, reflect on, etc., the material that you're reading about in the text and learning about. The discussion questions are designed to help you dig a little bit deeper, are designed to help you think and reflect critically on the material, are designed to give you an opportunity to discuss, ask questions, reflect on the information, see how it relates or doesn't relate, and write about it. Research shows that writing about the things that you're learning is one of the most effective ways to get, quote unquote, the material. So that's why I have so many weekly discussions. Sorry, I'm trying to get a mosquito. It's very important that you write at length in your discussions. Please, please, please review the grading rubric and the weekly discussion current events example that you'll find in the resources before you post your answers to the discussion questions or weekly current events, because they show you an example as well as how I grade the discussions. I will tell you that more is always better. I don't want pages and pages, but more is better than less. So if you have a concern at all about the length of your postings, more is better. But I do give you a sentence length guide in the grading rubric and the discussion example. You need to use, integrate, quote, paraphrase your text or texts in the weekly discussions and current events. This is the text or the textbooks are the foundation of the course, and that's where we'll be using, deriving, getting most of our information for discussion. So that's what you need to be using as your primary reference for the class. Please do not use wiki anything. Wikipedia, wikis, about.com, anything like that is not appropriate for the class discussions. These forums, these websites are not peer-reviewed. Rarely are experts reporting on the inaccuracies or errors in these different sites. So they are not appropriate for use in the discussions, for your graded discussions. If you want to talk to your classmates about that sort of thing, that's great, but please don't use them in your graded weekly discussions or current events. I really encourage you to ask questions. If you're not understanding something, if you're curious to know how your classmates are viewing something, a particular perspective, ask. Feel free to do that in your discussion questions. Just make sure you fulfill the remainder of the requirements for the weekly discussions as well. Current events. In the not too distant future in the class, I will post a current events assignment, or it may already be posted, but anyway, the current events assignment, you can use a variety of websites to use as your current event. So I give you the parameters of the kind of current events to look for. What I really, really want in the current events assignment is that you not post a link to a website. what I would prefer is that you copy and paste the material from the website into a Word document or a PDF document, and then attach that document and clean it up, please. So if you copy and paste information from a website, please remove the ads, extraneous material, anything not related to your discussion or current event. This is college level work, so the attachments should also be college level. What the problem with attaching a link to a website is that links disappear very quickly, and if I can't see it, then you won't get a grade for that week. So when you do the current events assignment, my preference is that you copy and paste the information into a document and attach that and clean it up, remove extraneous material. If you have questions about that, let me know. If you do use a video as your current events, then I would prefer that you copy and paste that into a document, the link for the video into a document, and then attach the attachment to your discussion. So if you have questions about that, please do ask. So the main point about the weekly discussions, current events, is that you kind of digest the readings, dig deeper into them, and practice critical thinking skills. People often have a misconception about what critical thinking is. It's not being mean. It's not trying to find something wrong with something, but it's more like digging deeper into it. What exactly are values? Most people use this word and they don't really know what that word means. And so let's look at the definition and let's talk about the definition. So what are values, or what is research? What does that word mean, and what is actually done in different kinds of research methods? So we're looking at words that most of us kind of gloss over or not pay much attention to. We're looking at concepts that many of us may not have thought about before, and we're analyzing them, practicing using them, reflecting on them, reflecting on how they may affect us in our lives, as well as their applications to other fields like your field of interest. You know, you may be going into nursing, you may be going into dental hygiene, you may be going into psychology, whatever that field is. You know, how might the concepts that you're learning about apply to your chosen field. So I really want you to be thinking about digging deeper, practicing critical thinking, really thinking about how the new concepts, what they mean, a little bit deeper than, you know, just kind of the surface of them. So again, please review the grading rubrics and the weekly discussion current events example and guide. It's really a matter of reading the discussion questions or current events, choosing which ones to do, and then posting your answer. Your replies to your classmates need to be more comprehensive and substantive than merely, oh, I agree with you, or great post. So again, you want to go deeper and think more critically about what they wrote, how it relates to the readings that you read, your interpretation, your analysis of them, and how you kind of see what they wrote as opposed to what you wrote. So thank you for your attention. See you in class.